ain't go to class. I'd rather die before I come in last. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to do something right now. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna get caught with you without you. Leave me alone, I'm gonna go to the side. We gonna do that Lil' black jean jacket, yeah. Got be long on it, yeah. Got that bad bitch, yeah. Wanna fuck me, my homie, yeah. Got that bad bitch, yeah. Tryna fuck me, my homie, yeah. Shawty gon' suck to the money, yeah. I can't wait no daddy, yeah. Pay that bitch a homie, yeah. I just fucked your daddy, yeah. I need pass the homie, yeah. We might ride ya, homie. We might rob ya, homie. We might rob ya, homie. I'd rather get caught with it than without it. Wake up and smell the motherfucking coffee. I'm about the pretty boys and the cows. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah.
I've been to Atlanta.
Most definitely been to.
With who?
No cap and gown, I ain't go to class. I'd rather die before I come in last.
Would you just send me your address? You didn't send me your address. You forget?
I ain't had shit in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. I ain't had shit in a long time. 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 Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit sports community and around the world. Welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. It's just going to be me and Lauren this morning. How you doing, Lauren?
Doing good, dude. I'm excited to see how like this goes.
How's your week been? Good?
It's been good.
I feel like I have barely seen you.
Dude, I feel like you've seen me a lot. I feel like you've seen me a lot.
I operate in a hamster level memory. So if I didn't see you yesterday, it's been years.
That's what it was.
And I didn't see you yesterday.
And we haven't done any shows, so
No shows. Dude, I've been going down this really weird rabbit hole lately. And by lately, I mean last night. I talked about it on the show, and I said I was going to watch everything that I possibly could about it because it's just so interesting to me. Have you ever heard about the Cecil Hotel?
I feel like I have. What is that?
My God. Let's go. I can't wait to talk about it.
The Cecil Hotel.
So, dude, there's this hotel in Los Angeles, in downtown, which, by the way, downtown is just, I mean, you want to talk about Gotham?
Oh, it's
downtown is literally just Gotham.
Yeah.
With no Batman. It's like, if you take Gotham, no Joker, no Batman, but they're all homeless. That's what it is. Like, downtown LA is just Gotham.
Yeah.
And it's called Skid Row, right? So there's this hotel that was made in 1918, so right before the booming 20s. And it was right in downtown LA where there used to be a train station, and it was like huge, 700 rooms. The Cecil Hotel,
Holy shit.
massive,
Okay.
and it just got rat fucked by the Los Angeles elites. Like they loved it. It was like the best hotel. It was like a sister hotel of this really famous hotel in England,
Mhm.
and all the LA elites just loved it, especially during the Roaring 20s. Like it was like, think about Great Gatsby, like Roaring 20s.
Like that's the place to be.
You're at the Cecil Hotel.
Okay.
Cue in the Great Depression.
Mm-hmm.
It became like, obviously the Great Depression, people didn't have money to stay in the hotel. So the hotel basically changed its DNA and was like, we're going to offer rooms at a lower rate
Mm-hmm.
to help people that just lost their jobs, that are going to be homeless or whatever. So then just it started morphing into a den of scum and villainy, like literally Star Wars level, like the den of the scum and villainy. And
Villainy.
so
Okay.
the Roaring 20s, everyone lost their jobs, the Great Depression.
Right.
People are now paying bottom dollar to stay at the hotel, the Cecil Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But in the hotels, I forget what it's called, like rule book when it was made, it was agreed that it had to have permanent tenant residence, right?
Okay.
And then what ended up happening is it ended up getting zoned into Skid Row, which is like for if you just got out of jail, if you're mad homeless, if you're just leaving a mental asylum, if you have nothing else, like the LA cops will just drop you off in Skid Row. So as that started happening, the Cecil couldn't raise their prices and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like the homeless in Skid Row basically started using it as Dirty Mike and the Boys' F Shack. They would literally pay like $4 a night and you get a room, or $400 a month and you can like live there.
Holy shit.
And like you can imagine the people on Skid Row, like it
Yeah.
just there started to be like just deaths, like
Mhm.
mass numbers of deaths at the Cecil Hotel. And there was this one serial killer called the Night Stalker. Have you heard of the Night
Yes,
Stalker?
dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
so he stayed at the Cecil Hotel,
Really?
top floor. Yeah, so he would like go out into the
I
the
did not know that.
burbs.
Have you seen that documentary?
Yes,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
he would go out into the burbs of LA,
Mm-hmm.
do what he does,
Yup.
which is top dollar serial killing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the most fucked up shit I've ever seen.
So messed
Pardon
up.
my French.
Yeah.
And then he would go back to the Cecil Hotel, walk in the doors full of blood. Full of blood. Walk up the stairs full of blood. No one ever said a word. Like this place is insane. And this new owner took over, and I watched a documentary, and there's this new owner, and she's just like, she was the general manager. She worked there for 10 years.
Yeah.
And she was like, in my 10 years from 2007 to 2017, so it's still in operation, by the way,
Uh-huh.
80 deaths. Like, and the one thing I was thinking about when I was watching this documentary is, one, if you're working somewhere for 10 years, by the third death, I'm out.
100. Dude, by the first one, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're moving.
We're
We're
moving.
moving on.
We're moving, dude. We're literally like, I'm moving.
Wait, was like this manager, was like she in a tough spot to like where she felt like she had to stay there, or is this just like because she
So-
couldn't have been paid very well?
Well, I guess so. So I guess the people that own the hotel hired her and were like, we need you to spruce up the place. Like, we're going to try to bring the Cecil Hotel back.
Hmm.
And so that was like her job. And she tried to do that. Trip LMB with a tier 1 sub shout out, said, let's cook. But so she basically got put in charge. And I think the people that own the hotel are very wealthy. So I think she probably was getting paid a lot. But by the first death, I'm out.
100%.
And she was like, in my 10 years here, 80 people died. So, okay, what's up?
Excuse me?
What's up? But then it got really famous again because this young woman, rest in peace, named Elisa Lamb, stayed there.
Mm-hmm.
And she disappeared. They have a camera of her in an elevator, and she's in the elevator. The doors like won't close. She seems like tripped out. She's like moving her hands a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but they never saw her leave the hotel, so she disappeared in the hotel. This is in like 2013, and they were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And this lady's the general manager too, by the way. Still in the documentary, she was like, I had all the cops going on.
Uh-huh.
And she like, there's a couple things that I thought were really funny, and I'll just keep this quick. But there's a couple things that I thought were really, really funny. One was she's describing how the Cecil Hotel like isn't that bad of a place, and that you just every morning you woke up, you never knew what you were gonna get. Death, suicide, whatever it was.
All right.
And she's telling the story, and she's like, there's one day I was giving a tour of the property and I go up to the 9th floor and there's a policeman with a massive sniper rifle. And he says, ma'am, get back in your room. Don't you know there's a killer on the loose in this hotel? He just stabbed someone to death. How bad at your job do you got to be?
How do you not know about
How
that?
bad at your job do you got to be to not know that there's a policeman with a Barrett 50 cal hunting someone in the hotel because they just murdered somebody? And she said this story as if it was like funny. Like she was like, I was giving someone a tour of the property and I get to the 8th floor.
Dude, she's probably like desensitized to it, like where it's just like just another day at the office.
I was blaming
Like,
everything on her. I was watching this documentary
Yeah.
out loud by myself, blaming everything on her. Like literally she said that. And I literally out loud was like, how bad at your job do you got to be?
yeah, I mean, pretty freaking bad, I'd say. But there's probably not like a lot of reports going on. They probably all want it to be quiet.
But it's like you're the general manager of a hotel. Some
Yeah.
guy just stabbed someone to death.
Mhm.
And now you got a
how
sniper.
did you miss the
Yeah,
sniper
that's what I'm
walking
saying.
in?
That's what I'm saying, dude. And she said it like she was shocked that he was there. But yeah, so that was crazy. But
Dude, wait, what is that on?
this is Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, the Cecil Hotel.
Is it new?
Yeah, it's pretty. I think a couple years. I just haven't been tapped in. It's like disappearing at the Cecil Hotel.
Interesting.
There's been like
okay.
1,000 deaths at the hotel since it's opening. Like it just became like I'm not getting a den of villains. Like Skid Row, homeless people staying in there and just like killing each other. It's insane.
Holy.
But so what happened is this general manager was like, okay, the hotel is huge. It's like 3 towers, 700 rooms.
Mhm.
So what she did is she was like, okay, here's my plan. I'm going to make a sub hotel within the hotel. 2 different entrances. Like that's how big it is. She made 2 different lobbies. One was called Stay on Main and one was called the Cecil Hotel. And if you were Googling and you were looking up hotels, Stay on Main looked like a completely different hotel, but it was the same hotel, just 2 different lobbies, but they all used 1 elevator bay. So you got like the homeless people trying to stay at the Cecil Hotel and all like the crazies and like the just out of jail guys.
Mhm.
And then like young people trying to visit downtown LA.
Right.
And this
I don't know
girl-
why you'd ever do that, but
Exactly. This girl was from Canada. She was like on Tumblr and shit. And she's like, I want to travel the world, so I'm going to go to LA. Her name's Elisa Lamb, RP. But she ends up going and staying at Stay on Main. So she didn't know it was a Cecil Hotel. So everyone was like, the hotel reskinned itself and it brought her into its depths. Because they like changed the lobby, different colors, different branding, different rooms.
yeah.
And like, so the first 2 floors were like all the homeless people that had like apartments within the hotel. Then 3 blocks were Stay on Main, and then the rest was the Cecil Hotel. So like you were still in the same hotel, but you wouldn't know if you walked in the lobby.
Right.
The funniest part about the documentary is there's this British couple that I guess at the time was also visiting
Mhm.
downtown LA. I don't know in what world. Also, just think about it, how funny it was. Like hearing those British people talk, they're like, yeah, we wanted to go on a trip. And we said, let's go to Los Angeles and let's stay right downtown. And then they were like, yeah, we got there, dropped our bags off, left the lobby, and there was just homeless people everywhere. And I was like, the thought of like people in Britain just like being in such like shitty weather and being like, let's go to LA and like staying downtown,
Yeah.
not knowing that they're literally in the heart of Skid Row. Like that must just be like us thinking we just live in filth. Like
Yeah,
it is just the gross
100%.
of the gross.
Yeah.
But so what ends up happening is this girl, Lisa Lamb, there's a bunch of different theories. I'm not going to assume which one is true. She ends up finding herself in the water tank of the hotel. And like this British, the only thing it's not funny, but it's objectively funny
Mhm.
that these British people were staying in Skid Row. And so she was like decomposing in the water. And everyone was using the water.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
I didn't
Lauren,
even put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
Lauren, I gagged out loud because the
Did they like
British
show pictures?
dude, the British people were like, and so it was only funny because they're British and like I'm just imagining they go on this vacation and they stay literally in Skid Row
Yeah.
in Los Angeles, and then they brush their teeth with like dead body water and like took showers in dead body water and like drank dead body water. And it's like it was only funny because they would cut from like the general manager to like a real hardened LA detective, and then there's this British couple and they were like, we brushed our teeth, drank that water, and showered in it for 2 days. And I was just like, but also it's like they were like, but it had a brown tint to it.
Oh my
It's
god.
like, in what world?
What?
In what world?
a brown tint to
Like
it.
imagine that vacation. You go back home to
Well,
like
dude, okay, first of all, like if you're coming from, Europe or whatever, coming down here and you see, like, how are you not packing bags and dipping?
dude, Lauren,
That's my
I literally
question.
said that out loud. I was like, in what world do you leave the hotel, see Skid Row, and not just go get another hotel? Like the guy literally goes, yeah, in the room, the carpet was a little sticky, like your foot would literally stick to it. And I'm literally sitting there going, brother, you could just get a day's in down the street.
Yeah. Like, well, you don't have to stay here,
How
brother.
strapped are you for cash, brother? Like, what?
That's
But she was in there for
insane.
19 days.
19 days.
So residents of the Cecil Hotel were drinking and using decomposing body water for 19 days.
Oh my, dude, do you not get a check for that?
I don't think so. I don't think, dude, because
What?
the rooms are literally like $15 a night. And in the stay on Main, they made it communal hostel living. So it was bunk beds and communal bathrooms. Which is just, if you're gonna travel, and if you're doing the hostel thing in Europe, if you're gonna stay on Skid Row and bunk beds, just get another vacation up and moving.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But dude, this hotel still operates, and there has been,
How does it still operate after all of this?
dude, well, because it's the same thing. It's the homeless people. Like they pay. It's like
Like
I think
today,
now,
it's the
yeah,
same thing
today
going on.
there's still like there's this guy I watched a YouTube documentary after that. To like current people live in the Cecil, and they're like people still die all the time. They're like this one lady was like, yeah, there's someone got killed like 2 days ago, and the guy's like, why do you live here? She's like, it's like $100 a month. It's like,
It's $100 a month.
what, dude? But like you think about how bad Skid Row is, this is where they go. Like the one guy was like, yeah, in the 70s, I'd get a couple dollars together, go down to the liquor store, grab me a companion for the night, and we'd go to the Cecil, and we'd get it on. That's a direct quote. That's a direct quote. I was like, Jesus Christ.
For a couple dollars?
So what I'm saying is, if the Thunder lose in 7, I think Trent should have to stay at the Cecil.
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. No, I don't think so.
No, he definitely shouldn't. No, but dude, it was like an eye-opening documentary because like it's definitely like a spooky place. But people are still dying in the Cecil, and like they just refuse to close it.
So what I'm guessing is it's like the hallways. It's like when you're like walking down the hallways is when the bad things happen.
Yeah, well that and
because
then
if I lived there, like say I was strapped on cash, I'd be saving up for about 20 different locks along my door.
yeah, for sure.
Like
Well, but then the other problem is too, they save up a little cash, and then the Skid Row is the biggest open air drug market in the world.
Mm.
So you can get anything you want there.
Yeah.
Legal, illegal. So a lot of these homeless people like getting up for a room, and then they just fucking get whacked out. And there was a story of a guy that was living with a decomposing body for 3 weeks because he was so high he didn't even realize his friend was dead.
bro.
Like, bro.
Like,
the
dude.
maid came in and was like, dude, that guy's dead. And he was like, what?
Yeah, there's flies in his eyeballs right now.
Yeah, dude, nuts though. How crazy is that?
That is insane. That makes me want to watch it.
You should watch it. It's got like roots in LA, which I think is cool too. Like the Cecil Hotel, like everybody knows about the Cecil. And then the funniest part about it is like the British people. Like I always try to find the funniest part. And the funniest part is every time they cut to the British people and they try to be really serious about it. But every story they tell, it's like, dude, you guys are just fucking stupid. They were like, yeah, we got there. Didn't really like the room. It was kind of gross. But for the rate we were paying, we're not going to complain. They must have been paying like $15 a night.
If that.
And like we hit the streets, there was homeless everywhere. We just tried to find a bite to eat, and we got lost on our way back. And we kept asking people, "Where's the Cecil?" And they were like, people were giving us looks like we were crazy. Maybe at some point you put 2 and 2 together, get your ass out.
Yeah, like I feel bad for the people that obviously are not making ends meet. Like they have to stay there, just have a roof over their head. But if you're coming from Europe again and you're choosing to stay there, I have a really hard time feeling bad for you. You didn't see that coming?
We drank the water today, and they're like wheeling the body.
The moment my foot gets stuck on a carpet,
yeah, the guy made the noise. He was like, like, bro, fuck. Also, he's like with his girlfriend. It's like, why would you ever submit your girlfriend to that? I was just thinking of the relationships I've been in. Like, If I walked into a hotel and they showed a photo of the hotel rooms,
Yeah.
if I walked into a hotel room with my girlfriend and that's what it looked like, I'd be like, nah, we gotta leave. Like I would just take I would take out a loan to
dude, let me
stay somewhere
see.
else.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture because I do.
But long story short, guys, if you haven't, go watch this documentary. It's called The Cecil Hotel Disappearances. Dude, Lauren, there's crazy stories. Like a lady jumped out of the building. Well, they don't know if she jumped or got pushed. While she was falling, hit a random civilian that was walking on the street to his work, killed them both. Right out front.
What, dude?
Yeah, dude, it is insane.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Cecil. Cecil. The Cecil.
The Cecil.
Yeah.
I pulled up the Seagull.
Yeah, the Seagull Hotel. That's in South Beach.
This right here?
Yeah, dude. It's bad.
I mean,
it's bad, dude.
Yeah, that's not good.
But the crazy part is, Lauren, still in operation.
That's like, I don't know, like how. I just don't. I feel like people just don't want to deal with Skid Row.
It has no parking because they made it before cars were a thing.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of Skid Row. Still operational. People die every day.
Like, I mean, that is just
you can
insane.
still go there today and like get a room and stay at the Cecil. I would suggest not. But
dude, like, let's say if I wanted to stay there tonight, what are we talking?
Yeah, what are the rates right now?
Let me look at the rates.
What are the rates right now?
Dude, people probably go there to film documentaries all the time.
Locksmith, do not go. Yeah, dude, there's so many YouTube videos, Lauren. Well, what happened is, Lauren, it was one of the first cases where the police released the footage of her last moments in that elevator. And it was right at the beginning of the internet. And it was one of like the first really viral videos. It's a really interesting video when you look at it. Like the timestamp is muddled. It looks like there's 53 seconds
Dude, I mean,
missing.
it looks gorgeous.
The lobby. Well, that's what they do. They dress up the lobby. The lobby is always dressed up.
2-star hotel. Tell me how it has a 3.1 star though. Who's lying?
Because you got those Skid Row people. They get a hold of a
like,
laptop in the library. They're like, dude, this place fucks.
That's insane.
Cecil Hotel or New York Jets, worst product. I'd go the Jets. Because at least the Cecil's been standing, you know?
Yeah.
It's not winning any chips, but yeah, it's a crazy documentary, dude.
I've got to watch that.
It's crazy.
First thing that pops up, who was the girl found in water tank of the hotel?
Elisa Lam.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy, dude. But so the internet helped, or not helped, but was a part of trying to solve the case because the police released that footage and then it was the beginning of Facebook and really early YouTube. And people were like making YouTube's diagnosing it. And there's this one really weird guy that's like, and you know, I was in between jobs. So trying to find Elisa Lam became a passion project. It became my life. And then when they found out that she was initially, like, eventually passed away, they like cut back to this, like, he's just a complete boner garage. Really makes me uncomfortable. And he's like, I've been back to the hotel 10 times since. But, and he's like, they have video of him and he's like, oh my God, this is the elevator she was in. Like, let's just take in this moment. And it's like, dude, you're a fucking freak show.
What?
But they cut back to him and he goes, it felt like I lost a family member.
All right, man.
Oh, like,
I'm like, okay. Get out of the hotel.
And you know, Netflix got that. And they were like, this is golden. This guy's just a freak. Like a freak, dude.
This is golden.
I feel like I was really distraught at the time. I feel like I lost a family member. Yeah.
Man, you don't know her at all, man.
Dude.
That's insane. That is insane, though.
Nuts.
It does make me want to go look at it, though, and that's where it gets messed up.
Yeah, you got to check it out. Someone said, way too lax for a, in quotes, show. I wish it was Mikey who left Bookit.
All right.
Shout out.
Dude.
Other things that happened in the news last night before we talk about some sports. Did you see that the guy, Ben, from Ben and Jerry's Ice Cream, started yelling at RFK Jr.?
No.
Dude.
What was that on?
Full-blown crash out.
What?
I guess RFK is in front of the courts right now because he's trying to get, obviously, like a lot of the healthy stuff taken care of. Like, you know what I mean? He's trying to change like our diet and shit.
Yeah.
And I guess Ben from Ben and Jerry's was there. Crashed out, had to get removed from the courtroom.
What?
Yeah. Nuts. I don't know like the specifics of it, but the video.
Did you see it like on Twitter, I guess?
Yeah, dude, it was all over Twitter last night, and then it came out that it was Ben from Ben and Jerry's. And he was and then he tweeted, I guess, like he was saying that I guess RFK's in front of Congress, and then he was trying to protest like Israel and stuff.
Oh.
And they just removed him, and then they were like, wait a minute. That's Ben from Ben and Jerry's.
So, hold on one second.
Yeah, he crashed down in front of Congress. So that was kind of goated RFK. The funniest thing ever was, I guess, obviously it made a commotion. So RFK kind of like did one of those. And like, dude, he just had flashbacks from his fucking uncle and shit. Like he was like, I'm next.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is just crazy. But some crazy shit was happening in the news last night. But yeah, Ben crashed out at the fucking Congress thing, which is kind of funny.
It is funny.
When you think about like those two getting together.
Just like,
which, by the way, like, how do you decide who comes first?
What?
In Ben and Jerry. Like when they were making it. I always wonder that, like, blank and blank companies, like when Ben and Jerry's were making ice cream, was it just like, I feel like Ben should be first.
Well, yeah, Jerry and Ben, it's like, all right.
It's true too. Yeah, I guess alphabetical order too, if you want to break it down real, get scientific.
I want to go to Jerry and Ben's, like who?
That's true. Ben and Jerry's does sound
Ben and
good.
Jerry just kind of like flows.
Ben and Jerry
is like
sounds
soft.
like,
it kind of gets you, I don't know.
Ben and Jerry sounds like the perfect gay couple in San Francisco that you want to take everywhere with you.
Yeah.
Like, can we get Ben and Jerry up and moving? Where the fuck is Ben and Jerry, man? And then like Jerry's only like, Jerry, where the hell's Ben, dude? You guys aren't the same without each other. You know what I mean? Like, does that not just fit?
No, it does fit.
Let's get some brunch tomorrow. What do you think Ben and Jerry are up to? And they're just like, we're there. No, we're there. We'll be there.
Insane.
What
else happened?
Sam Hartman crushed a beer at the Caps game. Don't know if you saw that. Apparently that kid is also part-time modeling, which is just nuts.
As he should. He's gorgeous.
Yeah, he's pretty beautiful. But he was at the Capitals game. Dude.
Let me see.
Crushed a beer.
Let's see it.
And then had his friends pour it on him.
Oh, took the jersey off?
Yeah.
Oh, he put it over his face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like this guy.
And I feel like that's like, if I'm a fan of the city of Washington, that's a lifetime contract.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like that's got to be a lifetime
That's just a
contract.
good morale guy to have around.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if he's showing up to the Caps game, just crushing beers. Like that's exactly what you need, dude. Like 100%. I feel like that's the city of Washington needed, although the Capitals did lose last night. And, I tweeted about that series. I was like, Capitals, Canes series, like, and it was like someone being asleep. And everyone was like, dude, you don't.
Dude, did you see Heat Daddy's live stream?
Yeah.
He was like live stream for it. It was just 3 hours of him sleeping.
Which is why I didn't feel like I was that crazy for tweeting that, because I tried to watch that game and it was like an elimination game. So they were trying really hard, but when there's no goals, it's fucking boring.
It is boring.
And like when they're not doing crazy shit and like it was back and forth. Yeah. But like you watch like the Stars Jets, get a couple more goals. You watch the Oilers Knights, you get a couple like, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch a 1-0 hockey game.
No.
Or a 1-1 hockey game. Like that's just, and everyone's like, oh, the National Blowout Association. But it's like, dude, I also don't want to watch like a 1-1 snoozer. I'm just kind of happy that series is over because now we're going to get really, really, really exciting hockey, I think.
Yeah.
Because now you get the Canes are playing the winner of the Leaf series, which I think is tonight, right?
I think so, yeah.
Elimination game tonight, correct?
I think so.
And it's Leafs Panthers.
Could be, yeah. Florida could win
tonight,
it.
Yeah. I think that either series, Canes Leafs or Canes Panthers, is going to be so good.
Did we get to talk about it though?
Yeah.
I mean, the Stars are by far the most fun team to watch.
I agree.
Look, last night, I mean, that different story. Obviously,
give me the
they
Stars
lost 4-0.
report. Give me the Stars report.
Dude, honestly, I didn't get to watch the game too much last night. I was exhausted.
Here, I got it.
Dude,
I got it.
It's nothing good.
No, let's do the ChatGPT update. Let's do the ChatGPT NHL update because I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm
Ottinger had
about.
73 saves. Like how many, dude?
Jake Ottinger actually set the NHL record last night for 432 saves.
He's Sonny. He's doing it right now.
All right, guys, let's do the ChatGPT NHL update. Here we go. What happened in the NHL last night? Brought to you by ChatGPT, not a sponsor, but a helpful tool. Here we go. All right. ChatGPT NHL update. Here we go. The Hurricanes clinched their Eastern Conference semifinal series 4-1, advancing to the conference final. Andrei Shivnikov scored the game-winning goal with 1:59 remaining in regulation, breaking a 1-1 tie. Jordan Stahl, wow, he's still in the league, opened the scoring for Carolina, and an empty net goal sealed the victory. Goaltender Frederick Anderson made 18 saves in the win. The Hurricanes will face the winner of the Florida Panthers-Toronto Maple Leafs series in the Eastern Conference Finals. We moved to Winnipeg. We're facing elimination. The Jets delivered a dominant performance to force Game 6 in their Western Conference semifinal series, which the Stars now lead 3-2. Connor Hellebuck recorded his second shutout of the series, stopping all 22 shots he faced. Nikola Ehlers scored twice in the third period, while Vladislav Namestnikov. I am convinced that in Russia, when they make names, they sneeze and try to speak.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like when they're making
with
names,
all due respect.
Like, what do you want this one to be? And then they're like, okay, how do you spell that?
Just throw an S-H-J.
Yeah, and then an O at the end. Just don't forget that O-V at the end. Dude. And Mark Scheifele. Mark Scheifele also contributed goals. The series will continue with Game 6 on Saturday in Dallas.
Do you know what my take is?
Yeah, go
ahead. Just like the Knicks, you just want to win it at home.
Yeah, I agree.
It just doesn't tickle pick if you do that on the no one's who do you go celebrate with after the game? Just your teammates. Do that in Dallas, the whole city is just buzzing. Like y'all didn't want to win that game in Boston, dude.
No,
come
I
on.
definitely didn't want to have.
It's cool to see the fans be all sad and stuff, but it's like you want to celebrate with the fellas.
I agree.
Fans.
I agree.
That's my take.
But I agree. You guys are definitely the most fun. The hat tricks are cool.
Dude, they love the hat tricks.
Also, what's your opinion on this? Snapback Sports guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of them. I met them over in New York this summer. They went to the Dallas Stars game with the last hat trick in Dallas.
Uh-huh.
And one of the gentlemen didn't throw his hat on the ice because he liked the hat he bought. You got to throw it. There's rules to this game. You got to throw it.
I forgot who I was having this conversation with, but
you got to throw it. Yeah,
especially like playoff hockey. If I'm gonna wear a hat, I'm bringing a hat I don't care about. You can't wear a hat that you care about. That's my take. Like if you want to go to the team shop and just buy an extra hat to throw on the ice, I think that's the way you do it. Because I understand, like if you really if I was wearing this hat, I love this hat.
I'm throwing.
I
don't care what hat I'm wearing.
But
if
like,
I'm at
to get in front of it, I'm not wearing this hat to the game.
True.
You know.
But he was like, I just bought it. I didn't want to throw it because I liked it. You throw the hat. You gotta throw the hat. I'm throwing hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a hat.
Even if I wore my cowboy hat, that hat's going on the ice. Just unfortunately, you have to.
That's real by you.
It's the rules. It's like the rules of engagement in war. There's just some things
war gets brought back up.
And the trenches. No, I'm just kidding. But there's just some things you gotta do if you're a hockey fan. That's what the hat has to go.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but like again, just don't wear a hat you like if you don't want to throw it.
Should I ask ChatGPT if it would throw its hat?
Yeah. Dude, that thing doesn't know. Gotta be hattie prepared. Exactly, Skywalker. I agree. Also, make it very clear, regular season though, not throwing hat.
Whoa.
I know. I'm sorry. Playoff, yeah.
Dude, you might not be a real. This is this Texas hockey shit.
No, dude.
Hashtag Texas hockey. We don't throw our hats for a hat trick in the regular season. Dude, you gotta throw that.
I'll make it very clear. I'm not a diehard. I'm a fan, right? But I'm not a diehard.
No,
fan.
You gotta throw that.
But in the playoffs, 100%, dude.
You gotta throw the hat.
Dude, did you see outside the AAC when they were playing in Winnipeg? That place was packed. They love their stars, dude.
That's what I'm saying. There's rules. You gotta throw the hat. Wow, Drumpf. A rare Drumpf appearance. How about it? What's up, dude?
Hi. I'm not a fake fan. I'm just not a die hard to where like regular season I'm throwing a good hat.
But yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the Stars come back home? I feel like you're kind of in the. I feel like the one thing you didn't want to happen is Connor Hellebuck to get another shutout and really be feeling himself.
Dude, I'm just.
That's just tough to go back in.
That dude, for whatever, I know he's like good. He's just such a meme to me. Like he doesn't.
Why is he a meme?
Dude, because ever since the song came out, Every time he does something, I'm just like, Connor, hella, but I'm like, I'm not scared of this fella.
Get that out of here.
Like, come on. But I will say, Stars fans need to hit the stew.
No.
Need to hit the stew.
No.
Man. Let's hit the stew.
No. The minute you hit the stew, I'm out.
Dude, you've already been out.
Yeah, boy, I'm already out.
But what if we cook up
I'm
a
already
big,
out on hockey.
dude, we need to
low-key.
get like Big X the plug tapped in.
What does he always say before every song?
All
right, now. What does he say?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Yeah. No. What does he say?
Yeah. Let's see if we can.
What is
find
the
him.
big X? Hey,
Is it
yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. That's what it is.
All right, ChatGPT gave us the answer on throwing the hats, guys. Here we go. I said, would you throw your hat if you witnessed a hat trick in an NHL playoff game? Absolutely. Throwing your hat after a hat trick in an NHL playoff game is a time-honored tradition and a big part of the fan experience, unless your name is Lauren and you're a fake fan of the Stars. It's a spontaneous show of respect and celebration for the player's achievement. In a playoff game where the stakes are even higher, the energy in the arena makes the moment electric. That said, a few things to consider before launching your lid. Are you wearing a hat you love? Some arenas collect hats and don't return them. Is it safe and appropriate in your seating area? Upper levels equals
They
not
don't
a great idea.
return them. No shit.
Is everyone around you doing it? If so, join the wave of flying caps. So yes, if I were there and it was the right moment, the hat would be flying. Would you? I'm going to say, absolutely. And it said, love
Look at
it.
y'all
That's
chat.
the spirit. Hey, no, a big extra plug Stars song would go fucking crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
It'd go
I just
crazy.
wish like we had like a song to rally behind because I know like they're kind of corny or whatever. Like the other teams have made corny ones. It's something cool to rally behind.
Speaking of corny,
Yeah.
the Thunder are going to Game 7. The corny little Thundy.
Okay, but be honest, did you not see this happening?
I
Or did you
definitely
think the Thunder was just
I
going to run?
absolutely did, dude.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
you said that they could win in 4, right?
I did, and then
That's
the
right.
first game happened, and I had to walk that back.
Yeah.
Josh was the one that was like, I'm in on the Nuggets.
Mhm.
And I think like the problem with the Thunder right now is exactly what happened to the Knicks last game. And it's that when J-Dub doesn't show up, they're a totally different team. And like for us, when
Yeah.
OG Anunoby has the worst performance he's ever had in a Knicks uniform,
Mhm.
we really, really struggle. And I think this playoff series and this playoff run has definitely shown me that OG is so important to what the Knicks do. And he really is the engine and the lifeblood of that team.
Yeah.
And not that J-Dub is the lifeblood and energy guy for the Thunder, but when he's playing as bad as he's been playing, there's no wonder they've been struggling. And in a game like that, you need him to show up, dude.
Yeah, I didn't realize he went 3 for 16.
Dude, and he hasn't played well in many games.
I mean, he was dishing the ball well. Chet did step up, but I mean, yeah, it's just.
Not gonna read that first time chatter, but
But
that's
also, you know
fucking
what
crazy.
bothers me? What did they say? Is it bad?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm scared. But what
Just
I'll say
leave
is
that
what
one.
bothers me when guys like Jalen Williams, shots not falling. And then I look at the box score and see 0 free throw attempts. Like if your shot's not falling, like you have to drive to the bucket.
I love that take.
You have to drive to the bucket. Like help your team some way, somehow. Like it's your shot's not always gonna be falling, but like what you can control is getting to the bucket and getting fouled.
Dude, I love that take. I also think, did he have any steals?
He had 3. A 3.
So that's good.
That is good.
I think that's the one thing that I do think I love about this Knicks team is the one thing about them that I really love is even if someone's having an off night, they're going to affect the game.
Yeah.
And it just seems like when I watch this Thunder team play the Nuggets, like I think the Thunder might be farther away than we think. And I think going into the year, you go, okay, they're probably a piece away, really, is what I thought going into this year.
Mhm.
And I think when you see them struggle to put away a Nuggets team that just isn't even clicking right now. Like you got Aaron Gordon going at the press. You got Jokic coaching the team. Jamal Murray game in and game out is either a shell of himself or he's magnet ball. The fact that they can't put this team away, and given it's Jokic and he's probably should be the MVP, I think it is funny that they're waiting to announce the MVP till after this series. I don't know if that's normal or not.
Dude, isn't Shea like minus like 1,000 or something? Isn't it something
don't
outrageous or
know.
has that changed?
I have no idea. what the odds are.
Chad,
I know
if y'all
it's
could help
between the
us
two
out,
of them.
I'd love to know the current odds.
I know it's between the two of them.
Yeah.
But if I'm Trent and he's going to the game, I believe he'll be courtside for game 7 against the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like a walkover game. They're heavy favorites. I think they're -9.5 going into game 7.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a walkover game for the Thunder, dude.
Absolutely not.
Like the Nuggets have won games where they were +10.5. And
yeah.
you're getting a Nuggets team that's been there, done this before against a young Thunder team that it still feels like outside of Shea. I don't know who you lean on because J-Dub ain't doing shit. And Alex Caruso can't turn you up for 20 points.
I guess Chet, but it's like.
But if that's who you're leaning on, dude, against Jokic in an elimination game, like I'm going to struggle very, very hardly not taking the Nuggets.
My thing is like, I know they went out and got Hartenstein. I just don't think he's like that piece for them.
I know he's not.
Dude. I hate watching him play. I said that over and over, but they need a true big man, a versatile big man.
I just feel like I agree with Snowman. Like SGA hasn't won that big game yet, so I'm not going to bet on him to win that big game. So I'd rather take Jokic in that big game and go kind of like a show me spot, especially because like it'd be different if J-Dub had the attitude of, and I just relate everything to the Knicks. It'd be different if he had the attitude of Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby or Karl Anthony Towns and you have a bad game and you're kind of like leaning into it, just being like, I need to be better. I need to do this. I need to do that.
Yeah.
He just is so goofy that it's corny at this point. It's like, dude, you haven't shown up for your team a single game in this series. And every single post-game press conference, you're on your phone or you're fucking around with the Gatorade bottle. Like, at some point, this is why I think the Thunder are maybe 2 pieces away because they need a veteran that's going to come in there and be like, yo, you guys need to stop being kids. And they need a second option for SGA because J-Dub isn't. And I saw a tweet that I think is incredibly true. And it was like, I've never seen a player that's the more obvious, in quotes, the dynasty starts after you than Jalen Williams. And like, I totally agree with that. I think once the Thunder move on from him, like that's when their dynasty is going to start because he's not it as your second option. And that he's supposed to be right now on this run.
Yeah.
And like, I see what you're saying about Chet. I just don't think he's there yet, especially against Jokic. Like, I don't know. That's just a very interesting spread. I'm going to find it very hard not to take the Thunder. I mean, the Nuggets.
Yeah, I do think. Yeah, I mean, they're just young, like you said. But like, yeah, I just don't think they're well equipped for the other team's best player to be Jokic. Like, they just don't have a guy that can like stop them. You know, it's just a really bad matchup for him.
Totally agree. And Hartenstein, like, he's okay. There's a reason why we got rid of him and didn't pay him the amount that they paid him.
Yeah. I mean, he had what 8.6 boards. Like, okay, like, it's just okay. Like,
yeah, it's nothing but that's what he does.
Yeah.
Like on the Knicks, he was really just defense against Joel once Mitchell Robinson went down.
Okay.
And then he just hits that little mid-range floater like 3 times a game and you go, wow, that was goated.
Yeah.
And then literally that's all you're getting out of him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's going to be a really interesting game 7. I'm really excited for the content of Trent being there. I think it's going to be either
sick.
Hysterical or awesome. One of the two.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. If I'm going into this game, I feel like I'm almost more confident if I'm a Nugget fan.
Really?
I think so, dude. I think so. And I think it's just one of those, like, we've done it before.
Yeah,
so
I was about to say, yeah, like, you've just been there and done that. Like, you know what it takes.
Like, if I'm a Nuggets fan, Jamal Murray's not going to feel the moment. Jokic isn't going to feel the moment. Aaron Gordon is playing on top of his head right now. He's not going to feel the moment. Guys like Russell Westbrook. I mean, dude, it is fucking hysterical to me that in that game, they will literally sub Russell out when it's time for offense and then put him in for defense. Like, that's how bad it's gotten. But even a guy like Russell Westbrook, I'm okay with him coming off the bench in Oklahoma City in an elimination game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, okay, if I'm looking at this Thunder team, Isaiah Joe really hasn't had that explosion game yet. Aaron Wiggins really hasn't had that playoff explosion game yet. Like, it's really just is Jalen Williams.
Just think about like how much like pressure is on Shea every game.
Every game.
Like, he has to drop 30.
Every game.
Like, that is insane.
Every game, dude. It's every game.
And it's impressive that he doesn't. I don't know.
And given, like, you could probably look at that game and go, okay, like, I think Jovan said it on Night Sweats. Like, where were you for the Julian Strother game? Like, he obviously stepped up. I think guys like Julian Strother can stack good games like that, like where you're like, well, that was kind of out of character, than like Casey Wallace can coming off the Thunder bench.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, this Thunder team was the best team in the NBA outside of the Celtics all year. There's a reason why they're favorites to win the NBA Finals, minus 105. I wonder if that's moved now. But I think much like what the chat was saying, I find it very hard not to take the team that's been there and done that before. And like, this is the first time in SGA's career right now where pressure's on, you're a favorite, game 7, you're at home, and you're playing the guy who's right behind you in the MVP race who's going to come out on top. And I find it hard to not take the team that's done it before.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great take. I'm kind of with you there.
And it's like, where do you... If I'm a Thunder fan, though, I think I'm feeling confident that we're at home. You know, that place is going to be jumping. You know, it's going to be bumping. And I think the thing that's different with the Thunder and the Knicks is like you said, like there's so much of the weight is on SGA, and much with the Knicks, so much of the weight is on Jalen Brunson. I think SGA is a little bit more consistent than Jalen Brunson in terms of SGA is always going to finish with 32. Yeah. Like Jalen Brunson will finish with like 25, 22, yeah, but people take that weight
off of Brunson a lot of times too. Shea, it's not as common, I would say.
But what I think that's because like you start getting into crunch time, J-Dub misses 2 straight threes and you go, fuck, like I have to do this by myself now. Like I have no help. No one's knocking down jumpers. And I can't, dude, you cannot rely on Alex Caruso, which is what they've been doing. I love his little which is what they've been doing though. You know what I mean? Like that cannot be the option. Yeah. That can't be the option down the stretch outside of SGA.
No.
And I think the reality of it is in the Nuggets, Chet's not the option because Jokic locks in.
Yeah.
And you fucking Jokic will put him in his pocket. That thin little pole, dude. Put him in his pocket. Literally in his pocket.
Dude, I will say this is so random, but since we're talking about Chet, going to the game and like seeing him like courtside, I don't know how his legs hold him up. Dude, when I'm not joking, they're literally that big. Like how like this is like the weirdest shape ever. Like I know KD has small legs too, but Chet is like a new level. I'm like, how does this work?
As a thin-legged boy.
Yeah. Dude, I think you might have him beat.
I don't think so.
Between me and you, I'm so serious.
Actually, dude, can I tell you something?
Yeah, I did.
Can I tell you something? I've been off the teen, obviously. I've been strict on my teen regimen. For those of you that don't know, teen is creatine. I've been strict on my teen regimen. And I think I said this a couple weeks ago. I went to go put on a pair of underwear last night that's like normally a little loose fitting.
Don't tell me you've stretched that thing out.
Kind of grabbed my thigh a little bit for the first time ever. And I literally looked down and went,
filling that thing out.
Dude, am I filling these undies out, dude? Like I'm hitting the iron chapel, dude. I think the thighs are getting a little bit thicker.
Dude, where'd that come from?
I think I forget who it was. Someone on the internet said it, and it took me out, dude. I just had to call Rav out yesterday because I know he's in Arizona State for his girl's graduation. I just know he's not locked in at all. And I was like, dude, I just wanted Rav to know I just put in some time in the iron chapel, dude. But dude, yeah, I think.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, there's some times where I'll walk by the mirror and be like, who is that?
Have you changed like your diet at all?
Yep, for sure. I'm definitely eating a lot more, a lot of protein.
Good.
Really just trying to eat a bunch and just staying really consistent. I feel like I used to be so inconsistent. And now I'm just really trying to like be really consistent.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it's not easy like with what we do because it's like you always feel like you should be doing something.
I know.
So like you being able to find that pocket to like get that in, that's good.
Well, also like just there's constantly games on when normal people are working out.
I know.
But now what I'll do is I'll just be okay with being like, okay, I'm going to miss 2 quarters of this game. What is that going to make the difference of?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to look at it.
In the iron chapel. I haven't been walking as much either, which has kind of been bad, I think, for my mental health because that's been really good for me in the past.
Now, are you a guy that can like walk on a treadmill? Like, does it do the same for you? Or you like to?
Dude,
yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll judge guys that are walking on a treadmill. Like, dude, just get outside. You don't need to be.
But you gotta.
It always makes that noise. Like,
I think it's different if it's incline because you can't just get that outside.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I get down with the incline, dude. I can't do the treadmill, dude. And also in my apartment gym, you're just so close to the other people on the treadmill. Yeah. And like I went down the other day, 3 people on that treadmill, dude. It sounded like there was elephants because the treadmills are so loud, dude.
Dude, I don't know how they
I'm not saying they're out of shape, but it's like and they're all doing it at the same time. It's like I could hear it through my headphones.
Dude, I don't know how they haven't figured out how to like make them quieter. They are just so loud. So loud.
Come on, dude.
Have you hit the Stairmaster before?
So I've done the Stairmaster in the old apartment when I was in Frisco for the thighs. And
dude, that's the best. It is.
I'll tell you what though, I haven't done it since. I did it like I used to end every workout with it when I really started first working out when I was in Frisco.
Yeah.
And I did it for like 5 minutes at a really high speed, got lightheaded, almost passed out, haven't approached that mountain yet again.
Really?
It was really sobering having to kill the Stairmaster and hold on to the thing while I was like, holy shit, I might go down. I was like, if I go down in this fucking apartment gym
not a great
on
look.
the goddamn Stairmaster.
That's a hard fall too.
Yeah,
You're up
over.
there.
No, it's over. It would have been over. Like it would have actually been over. I had to kill the machine and just hold on for dear life. So I was like, I might go down right now. And my thighs were burning, so like my legs were shaking a little bit while I was trying to hold on. It was like, oh fuck, I'm going down.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Haven't broached that mountain since though.
Okay.
Kind of kept that one on the back.
What's your favorite workout? Or like what's your favorite thing to work out?
I love hitting my triceps.
Your tries, guy.
I don't really like hitting the buys, dude. I just feel like I like hitting my chest too, and the tries. I can put up some weight with my chest now. But dude, I was literally hitting tries yesterday, and I caught a glimpse in the mirror. Dude, I'm putting together a tricep.
You got that little horseshoe going?
Yeah, dude. I'm putting together a tricep, dude.
See, obviously, I love legs, but I always loved back. Like working out the back is just it just feels good.
I just feel like all my back workouts are zesty. I gotta wait till there's no one in there. Do you think you put the leg up and you're like literally bent over on the thing, like rowing up?
Yeah.
Just arching. Just arching in the gym in front of everybody. I just can't be doing that shit.
I feel that.
No, but I do like. I also like shoulders. Shoulders are nice.
Shoulders are nice.
Shoulder pump going, dude. I'll tell you what, dude. I'm going home for a couple weeks in the summer. Hopefully, let I hit the Jersey Shore, pop my dart off. People are gonna be in shock. They're gonna be in shock.
That's gonna be sick.
They're gonna be in shock.
That'd be sick.
At the body I'm producing.
Yay, lads! I was a personal trainer, brother.
Yeah, you do know ball.
I am well certified.
What's the Mikey Over official position on workout classes? Dude, I like workout classes. I think they're good. Like if you find a good one, definitely do it. I don't like doing that because sometimes our workouts will be 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes they'll be 30 minutes if I do no rest. So I don't want to have to like be in there if I don't want to be in there. All I do, this is the Mikey Over method. I go in there, search on Spotify, Lil Durk murder playlist. I click shuffle and I just throw weight around for 45 minutes.
Playlist.
Literally.
Yeah.
I throw weight around for 45 minutes and then I go up to my apartment, crush a scoop of teen with 2 scoops of protein. And then I'll go this week, go for a little walk, make some dinner, bang. And I'll do intermittent 50 squats throughout the day in my apartment multiple times.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you could see me through my mirror, through my windows, you'd watch a random guy throwing some chicken in the air fryer and then just banging out 50 squats real quick.
Just dropping it low.
Yeah, dude, literally just dropping it low for a quick 50.
Dude, I love workout classes because I'm a competitor. And so like, a lot of times it can be hard to like self-motivate yourself. But if I see old fella next to me just busting them out, I'm like,
I gotta bust.
You know what I mean? And you're also, you don't have to like plan your workout. You just go in, show up,
100%.
do your job.
100%. I keep getting I've been liking a lot of Dallas TikToks, and I keep getting like these. They want to be Dallas influencers, I guess. And I'll get like guys doing it, like getting ready for my day as a Dallas resident or whatever. And then I'll get like these girls that are doing like workout classes, and some of them look like a nightmare, dude. Like it'll be like one of them was
you seen like the boxing ones right now?
Well, yeah, they're like doing a workout class and they're like dripping in sweat, and they're like, when your teacher ups the level and you have to do it. And like the only reason I watched it is because like no one else is trying as hard as this girl is in the class. Like you could see everyone behind her.
Yeah.
And I just know everyone else in that class is like, why the fuck is this girl filming this shit?
Yeah.
And she's like dripping, and you hear the instructor, and she's like definitely talking to everyone but the girl that's making this video.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just need you guys to give me 1% extra. Just give me a little bit more. Let's dig a little bit deeper. And like
You
she
see
starts
me?
going way too hard. And everyone else around her is like, okay, I can do my burpee one. And she's like, And I was just like, I started laughing. And I don't comment a lot on TikTok, but I almost commented like, dude, you can take it down a notch. Like she wasn't talking to you, dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that video is so fucking funny because you could see everyone behind her is like not really trying that hard. Like they're definitely really tired.
Yeah.
And she's just in really great shape. So she's going crazy hard. And then the instructor clearly not talking to her.
Right.
It's like, let's just give me 1 more %. And dude, she goes like 50% more, dude. It's just like,
Dude,
and then
hell
like
yeah.
she's like, and we're done. And she's literally like, and everyone else to workout class is just like,
Just patting themselves like a little
yeah,
towel.
literally, yeah, just like the towel, and she's just like, and, like grabs the phone, didn't cut out for whatever reason, her turning off the camera, so it's like, took me out, dude. I laughed for like a solid minute, dude.
Dude, that's funny.
Drinks on me, counter down the shore, dude. I got you.
That is funny.
But yeah, I mean, just like my TikTok is so weird right now. It's like the Cecil Hotel. Have you seen this Diddy shit going on,
No.
dude?
I don't know how true this is because I got it from Theo Vaughn. So there's no
I'm
way.
gonna go ahead and
this
say
is true.
0% chance.
He was saying,
I'm gonna go ahead and say 0%.
I don't know how
on that
true
one.
this is, but they were saying they were basically like spiking. He was spiking the baby oil. So like when he like you would put it on or whatever, he'd have it with like the date rape drug,
Oh, I didn't
and
know
it would
that.
like seep into your body.
Oh, I
Now
didn't
again,
know
that's
that.
from Theo Vaughn. Probably not.
Could
true.
be wrong. I've been
But I thought that was insane.
trying to be tapped in. And dude, some of that because obviously his old girlfriend Cassie's on the stand.
Mm-hmm.
And like, by the way, I think I talked about it a little bit yesterday. If you're one of those people that's like, he basically abused her for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I did
like,
see they released like the full like 15-minute video
Yeah,
of him.
dude.
Yeah.
Signed her to a 10 album record deal and then basically just like tortured her for 10 years and like subjected her to like horrible like sexual abuse and everything like that. Then there's all those like red pill guys on the internet that are like, she could have left. It's like, dude, you don't understand what it's like being in that scenario where like you feel like this person has complete control over your life and has
He pretty much did, dude. I mean, he was the
100%.
music business.
And they're like, well, she should just walk out and leave. It's like, dude, you have no idea. Like,
Talk about a person that can actually just like ruin your life. Like he has that power. That's
and like
scary.
when you're in an abusive relationship like that, you can't just like, it's very hard to just walk away.
Yeah.
Like everyone tries to make that so easy where
Yeah.
it's like, she should have just walked away. But dude, one of the stories that I guess came out in court was, which is just nuts. I mean, I believe it came from the court document. So I'm going to say alleged,
Mhm.
but I believe it's factual, but alleged. Dude, after one of the, I think it was a BET Awards or one of those awards for music. It was either BET or it was like something grassroots or something like that. He flew out a bunch of people to New York for an after party after the award ceremony in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that he bussed in like 2 buses full of like, the lady was saying, incredibly young and potentially underage women. Like drugged them, got them, gave them all the alcohol they wanted, like really messed them up. And then while they were like really inebriated,
Mm-hmm.
brought them in like a room and like had all these people with him and was just like, this is a buffet, enjoy.
What?
Like, dude, this guy, like, I'm not even kidding, like actually deserves shed with unloaded clip in GTA shed. Like there are just some times, and I don't say this lightly, where like when stuff starts coming out about somebody, like let's just fucking end the road right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
Like just end the road right there. Like by the way, it's only going to get worse because she's the first one on the stand. I guarantee you every other person, like if she's setting this bar of like actually feeling and being brave enough to talk about this stuff, I really, first of all, a lot of respect for her because I can't imagine having to relive through a lot of this stuff. Like she had to watch that whole video again of her getting just completely abused in the hotel. So I give her a lot of credit.
Yeah.
But dude, I can't imagine the stuff that's going to come out by week 2, week 3 in this trial. Like I can't even imagine.
It's going to be insane.
If this is where it's starting.
It's so sad, dude. Just so many lives he's just like affected. It's really sad. It's just like, why? Like, what's wrong with you?
And
what do you get off of that? Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
is it
like
just power, I guess? It just makes you feel like, I don't know.
It's just like,
dude, this was also from
fuck
Jovan, so
fuck Diddy.
Be careful. But they were saying like he used to have one of his assistants like go out to like restaurants, and if he saw like a really pretty girl on a date, he would like have like Diddy on the phone, hand the girl the phone, and he'd be like, "I'll go buy you this if you leave your date right now," just to like have power. Like it was just like a fun game for him. Don't know how true that is, but I thought that was pretty crazy too.
Could you imagine you're spitting game for weeks, finally get this girl to agree to go out with you?
Yeah.
You don't even get the appetizers in, and she goes, "That was Diddy on the horn. He's gonna go buy me a Bentley and a Go-Yard bag. I'm gonna have to dip out on this. Thanks so much, though. You could eat my shrimp." I don't know if I'd ever date again. I don't know if I would ever date again.
But do you just like chalk that to the game? Like, what are the odds of Diddy just calling this date? Did he just call her?
Imagine trying to text your boys. You're like, dude, Diddy just totally fucked my day. Like, dude, just say she didn't show up. It's like, no, dude, it was actually Diddy. Like, some guy walked over the phone and he like said he was gonna buy her all. He's like, dude, just admit she didn't show up. Like, it's okay that she didn't like you.
That would be
knowing
insane.
Diddy, he probably handed the phone to a couple dudes himself.
Hey, man.
He was like, skip the chick, let's get the dude on the horn, man.
Each their own.
You know what I'm saying?
Each their own.
No, but he's a fucking piece of shit, though. Like, he really is truly a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, this stuff that's coming out is fucking nuts. Like, actually crazy. I guess if she was like a Bentley, I'd understand. But if she was like a new Kia Forte and a Gucci, I'd be like, you ordered the shrimp. Sit down.
A Forte. A little,
like shit.
Like a moving box on wheels.
But yeah, I just think like the internet is just, it's so funny, dude. Like
it is.
It's like funny, but it's also sad. Like the state of some men, I think, right now on the internet, like the people talking shit about Cassie, and then like Livy Dunn's the swimsuit model, and people being like, dude, honestly, like she's not even that hot. Like, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's never enough.
Their profile.
It's just never enough, dude. People always have something to say. It's crazy.
It's like, dude, if you were in the room with Livy Dunn and she said hi to you, you'd shit down your leg, melt. Have a stroke, and throw up. And you're up,
you would turn into a puddle. I really don't want to hear it. I really don't.
But you open up your Twitter and you go, she's just not all that, dude. She's just not all that.
I mean, my favorite thing is just like, all right, let me see what you're working with then.
Yeah,
Let's see a picture of your little thing.
Of course, dude. Of course.
Stupid.
I did want to give a quick update on the MLB before we start surfing the slate here.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Oakland Athletics 19-2. Thanks, Trent, for the Athletics money line.
Dude, I mean, I know like Jovan has been giving it out. I gave it out last week, but the freest thing right now is just A's over.
A's over.
And it may not even be them scoring.
They just
them being part of the game. Them part of the game. Those runs are coming.
Every game, dude. Every game.
But yeah, 19 runs. I mean, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's nuts. That's like actually insane. Like 19 of them? 19 of them. 19 of them.
Dude, I can't even do that on MLB The Show.
Yeah, actually, though. The Rangers squeaked out one against the Astros, 1-0. I took the team total of the Rangers. I thought the bats were going to be a little bit hotter, but we'll take those.
No, that was always just going to be a duel. Like, that's one you don't take the kids to. Like, this is just like straight baseball lovers. You like just like good pitching.
Is that what it's about? Rangers, Astros? Oh, I guess
it was just
Hunter
the two
Brown.
aces.
Yeah, okay.
It was the two aces going at it.
Right. I will say, I'm the only one that sold the PODs yesterday because I took the Capitals team total, which is a moose shit bet, but Josh took the under in that game, and then Krabs at the Rangers. So,
and what made you take? That's great. What made you take the Capitals team total?
Well, I took the Capitals money line because I was like, I took a shot at the Capitals plus chicken. I think it was game 2, the one that they won, and I just got the same vibes here where it's elimination game. Like, is Ovechkin really going to go home?
Yeah.
And if they're going to beat the Canes, they have to score 3 or more. Like, it was just never going to happen. And then they lost the Canes 3-1. So if they did what I thought they might have done, I thought it'd be a good bet. Ended up being a moose shit wager. Moose shit wager. There's been a couple of those, dude. There's been a couple of those. I'm putting Krabs on notice. Nats first 5. Moose shit wager. Moose shit wager. Shout out Goots. Took the O's live yesterday. Moose shit wager.
Yeah, shout out Goods, man.
Horrendous wager.
Absolutely. Yeah, the O's got absolutely cooked on the TL by the Twins. What'd they say? Like, I guess that's why they call them the O's.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Shut out. Guess that's why they call them the O's.
Like, fuck.
And then shout out Jovan, dude. He gave me White Sox money line because of the Pope. Just kidding. Every time there's like a bad blow, now I'll just text Jovan and be like, thanks for his money line. I do it all the time, dude. Dude, also speaking of Jovan, I sent him a really funny text yesterday, and I think it might have made him so uncomfortable that he didn't want to respond.
Just left it alone.
But I just had to, like, sometimes I just had to let him know. I go, currently pissing at the urinal while texting this. No hands. # you wouldn't get it.
No
Didn't respond. Might have knocked him off his kilter. It's like, why the hell?
I have to just respect that.
Yeah, dude. I was like, what the hell, man?
Wait, you said no hands?
Yeah. Well, because remember we were talking about it, and I was like, sometimes I'll be at the urinal, I'll take my phone out, and John was like, dude, that's impossible. Like, there's no way you do that. And I was like, dude, I do that frequently.
Dude. I mean, yeah, Chad, if y'all missed it, I genuinely thought that's what guys did. I thought you just walked up, let it hang, no hands it.
Well, that's what I did yesterday.
Shout
you
out,
got to get it going first, and then you can let it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I did yesterday, and I
Once it finds its stream.
Yeah, I hashtag no hands him, and he didn't even respond. It's insane out of Javon, dude. I can't even imagine what was going through his head when he read that. I'm sure it was like just a little shock, and then was like, I just can't even.
He for sure just gave it a little giggle and moved on.
Yeah, he probably just. Yeah, that was a move on spot for sure out of him. That was definitely a move on spot. The Twins beat the O's again, like we said. The Braves beat the Nats.
Yeah,
tough looks, tough looks. All right, should we surf some slatage?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to run the graphic, and then we're going to do it. Guys, I'm commanding ship. How about it, huh? All right, here we go. We're going to surf some slate. We're going to surf a little bit of slate.
Are we starting the NHL? Dude, I'm not talking NHL. Oh, you're good, dude.
All right, we're going to start. We're going to start in the
Dude,
association.
Let me see the arms. Can you flex?
Like
Holy
that?
shit, dude.
I know.
I didn't realize.
Dude, yeah, I wear a lot of big shirts.
Shut out, man. What the?
I'm kind of fucking
I haven't seen you in a cutoff in a minute.
Dude, I'm kind of jacked right now.
Holy shit.
Fucking
squeeze a watermelon between them, John.
All right, we're starting in the association where the Knicks are on game 6. Here's how I'm looking at this game, Lauren.
Yeah, tell me, please.
This is must win, obviously, because we would lose game 7 in Boston. I'm completely convinced of that. I feel like the last couple games I have been, the farmer stand is insane. That's how big my t-shirts are. Everyone just relax. The problem with the Knicks at home, and I think it was something that Josh said that I just completely agree with, is the Garden is almost too much, it feels like, for them at times. Where it's like, Josh was like let them get into it a little bit first. But it's not like first quarter we make a 3 to make the game 5-2, and the roof comes off.
Right.
I would feel really not confident if we hadn't won a game in the Garden this series, but we have. And I think that game in Boston, after watching it again, because I have watched it again, I think that second half was just a complete fluke. I mean, Jalen Brunson had 5 fouls in the third quarter. That's not going to happen ever again. I also like the confidence that Jalen Brunson waved at like the Jumbotron. The Celtics put him on the Jumbotron, and he like smiled and waved after he fouled out. And I think like Mikal Bridges said in the post-game press card, they just like this. The one thing I really like about this Knicks team is they just always say the right things. Like I feel like whenever a game ends and you lose in a really horrific way,
Mhm.
you just want your team to respond the correct way, and you want to kind of hear the right things as a fan.
Sure.
And I feel like if I'm a Thunder fan, I haven't heard the correct things. I haven't seen the right things, which is what I'm comparing it to. Whereas when you look at the Knicks, like Mikal Bridges was like, dude, we didn't communicate. There was no energy and we just weren't playing, which is like, as a fan, seeing that and then them admitting that actually felt pretty good, just in terms of being okay, like you guys understand why the fans would be pissed at a game like that.
Right.
Like there was no communication on defense. There was no switching. There was no energy. And I think when you get into a game like today, I'm not going to guarantee it. The Knicks are winning tonight, though. Like, I will guarantee it. Like, we're winning tonight. We're the better team.
It was always
I think
Knicks in 6.
it was.
It
Dude,
just
it sounds
goes.
so much better. Like,
Knicks in 5. Like,
bring pandemonium back to the Garden. Like, this is going to be the most ruckus crowd Boston has ever played in. Given it's going to be the most ruckus crowd the Knicks have probably ever experienced either. Because if you can go to an Eastern Conference final in front of the Garden, it's
big time. Dude.
Yeah, it's huge time. Dude.
Yeah.
That is literally huge time. And I just think, like, this is the game, right? Like, if you don't win this, we're losing game 7 for sure. Like, I have no confidence going back into the DTR Arboretum that we have any chance of winning game 7. Maybe we do, because maybe we play a little bit better on the road, like we proved in Detroit in the first 2 games of this Boston series.
Yeah.
But you have to close it out here. This is you completely gave up. You showed negative effort. You looked horrendous in that second half. And now it's do your jobs. You're a favorite at home. Karl Anthony Towns getting in foul trouble in 5 straight games when it's a rotation of Tingus Pingus and Al Horford on him is embarrassing. Like, Jalen Brunson's points this whole series has been 27.5. It's 29.5 now on PrizePicks, 30.5 this morning. So I think you're going to get a Jalen Brunson game. And I think that's where I think this whole Boston fan base is in my DMs of like, we're going to, like, they don't understand who they woke up, I think, last night in terms of Brunson.
Yeah.
Like, he knows now that it's like, okay, OG just had the worst game he's ever played his entire life. Mikal Bridges went 4
the
for
fans
14.
are just confident because they've done. I mean, they just did it.
100%.
You know what I mean? So they're a little cocky.
And now it's like,
as they should be.
We go. Like, you pissed off Josh Hart. You made Josh Hart bleed. He's coming in here ready to smack some heads around. But I think, like, the reality is we just, like,
Y'all let a dork hoop on you.
Dork.
An absolute dork.
Dork.
Hate to say it, but that guy is just a hard look.
Like, dude, Cornette and Hauser aren't doing shit in the Garden. I guarantee you tonight. The only guy I'm scared of, dude, and I think it's starting to get exposed. The best guy in the Celtics is Derek White. It's not Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Like, Derek White is the best guy in the Celtics.
He is just a bucket.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it, dude. Where, and this is the thing with the Celtics team that just drives me up a fucking wall compared to us. I think our starting 5 is comparable to them. Like, when you look at those guys' performances, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, that is an unbelievable starting 5 compared to their starting 5. The only difference is on the offensive end of the floor. I am relieved when the Celtics miss a basket, and I'm relieved when we make one. Like, whenever a Celtics player puts up a shot, in my head, it's going in. Like, that's how consistent they are. That's how much better they are at scoring the ball than us. And when a Knicks player shoots the ball, I assume it's missing.
You don't see them take really bad shots.
You don't, dude.
Like, they don't.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. But this is a must win. We cannot go back to Boston. I do not want to go back to Boston. I want to win this game and have momentum going into Indiana and playing Indiana, because I think the reality is, if you squeak game 7 with the way that we play and the amount of minutes we play, we're going to be exhausted playing Indiana, and winning a game 7, I don't think gives you momentum going into the next series. It's like holy shit, we got out of that one. Whereas if we win tonight, that's momentum back.
Right.
Like, we sent Boston home. We brought him into the crib. Indiana, you're next. And that's what I really want.
Like, it definitely is a must win, because, like, y'all lose tonight, that team is going to be deflated, because that's 2 games now where you could have closed it out, and now you got to go to the
Arboretum.
Yeah,
I'm not calling it the Garden.
The Botanical?
Yeah, the Botanical. The DT Botanical. I refuse. But, like, we have to, dude. Like, if we want a chance to go to an NBA Finals, which, by the way, I think this is the best chance the Knicks are probably going to have for a couple years in terms of getting the Pacers. We're better than them at every position. I don't care what people say about how the Pacers play. Like, fucking JJ left this on my desk this morning.
All right.
Pacers in 5.
All right.
I think we would fucking dick smoke the Pacers. And I think coming out of the West, if it's the Thunder or the Timberwolves, I would love Cat in an NBA Finals matching up against his old team. And I love our chances against the Thunder. So, like, I'm not looking ahead, but if we can just put Boston down and put Boston away tonight, I genuinely do think the Knicks have a phenomenal chance at winning an NBA Finals just because of the matchups we're going to have.
But yeah,
and then maybe that's delusion.
Yeah, who would you rather play, Nuggets or if it got to that?
Definitely the Thunder, dude. I'd much
You'd rather play Thunder?
Yeah, because it's like outside of SGA, like, who am I scared of? Name one guy you'd be scared of outside of SGA. Mitchell Robinson would match up great with Chet. Cat, like Hartenstein, we didn't pay Hartenstein.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why we didn't pay him.
Dude, Loki, he could maybe try to go goat mode too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if
like,
he has that mode though.
I think that the funny thing is though, I think the funny thing is that Mitchell Robinson has the best plus minus out of anyone on the Knicks. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
That's insane.
But I did. I mean, yeah, he's been hooping. That is insane.
Like, literally, he's been massive for us. But I don't know. Everyone that brings up like someone in the YouTube chat was just said, didn't they blow out the Knicks in the last matchup? Yeah, so did the Celtics, and we're up 3-2. So I'm not really worried once you get into playoff ball and it starts mattering. But in terms of a bet, like I fucking nuked the Knicks, dude. And I haven't nuked them once this series. Like, I've taken their spread sprinkled. I took the over.
Is a spot.
I fucking nuked them today.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to share how much?
This just has, dude, this has to be the game. Like, this has to be the game. A bunch of my buddies were like, oh, are we going to watch a game? And I literally said no. Like, I'm watching.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, where do you want to watch this game?
I'm watching it in my apartment by myself. Okay. Because here's my thing. I'm going to be in shambles if they lose. And if they win, on to the next. So I don't want to be out being like, oh, I'm drinking more drink. I'm also playing golf early Saturday. So I'm going to try to be an adult this weekend and be like, I'm going to go to bed early on Friday.
There you go.
So we'll see how that goes. But dude, this has to be the game. Like this.
It does.
Your favorites for the first time all series. You're at home in the Garden. A chance to go to an Eastern Conference final with Jalen Brunson. You have to close it out. You have to.
I think y'all do. It just feels like y'all's year. It really does.
I fucking hope so, dude. Or I'm gonna be in Shambambolous. Sham.
Yeah, I don't know how you. Yeah.
Shambambolous.
You let the fucking Celtics beat you.
If they come back 3-1.
Yeah. It's gonna be really hard to talk some shit.
Really hard. Like, for a long time.
For a long time, man.
Like, for a long time. And
the Knicks just need to do it for the fans. Forget them, man. Do it for your fucking fans.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you're not beating the Celtics. You're doing this for the goddamn fans that sit outside the stadium yelling at cameras all day, being like, please.
Exactly.
I mean, the reality is Cat just needs to stay out of foul trouble. Like, grow up. At some point, these ticky-tack fouls from Cat have to stop. Like, we need you in the game. So we can't go another first half where you don't play the last 6 minutes of the second quarter. We can't start the third quarter with you on the bench for 8 minutes out of the 12. Like,
no,
that just cannot happen.
He needs to go crazy tonight.
He has to.
And OG needs to find that groove again.
Well, that's who we go through. Like, when we have really good performances and we play really well, OG Anunoby is like 8 for 12, 8 for 13, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Like, he really has to show up tonight. And I think, too, what you're going to see as well is the Knicks now see how the Celtics play without Jason Tatum. And I think sometimes that's an adjustment when the guy that you game plan for every single game is now out and you're getting completely different looks on defense and offense.
Yeah.
So I think now you've had a day to look at how they played without Jason Tatum and see how they want to play. And I think we're going to come out with an adjustment. Like, the Celtics didn't have to adjust anything on the defensive floor in terms of now instead of Tatum rotating, you're rotating, or we're staying home. Like, they're not adjusting that much. The Knicks are seeing completely different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, on defense, normally it's Tatum ISO ball and then a dish or whatever it is. And now it's like, okay, 4 of the 5 guys can knock down an open jumper. So how do we defend that? And there was no communication. So hopefully they're locked in. But I nuked the Knicks, dude. I nuked the Knicks. I nuked it.
It's time. Just finish job.
Like, you have to finish the job.
Just finish job.
Oh, you had to finish the job.
Do it for Timothy, man.
Literally. I hope he's there.
He's for sure there.
He's got to be there, dude.
He's not gonna miss that for anything.
With Kylie, shout out.
Yep.
Let's move to the NHL, shall we?
Let's do it.
How do you not take the Leafs and just see if they extend the series? Like the NHL is just one of these sports where it's like a plus 195, winner go home. How do I not sprinkle on that?
Yeah. I
know that the Leafs.
It's freaking Leafs, dude. They need this to go to Game 7.
But how do you not? Just at least from the betting brain, like why would I pay juice for the Panthers when I could just sprinkle on plus 195 to extend the series? They're going to be playing.
If the NHL is smart, you need that Game 7.
You need. I'm definitely taking this over.
Okay, what's
it
at?
The 5.5. I think the Leafs are going to be pushing like crazy. Like you have to. You can't play conservative. This is the end of your season.
Yeah.
So I think I love the over here for sure. 5.5. I'm definitely going to play that.
Okay.
I might stay off the Leafs. Actually, I might just take that over.
Whoa, really?
But I don't know. I like the over way more than the Leafs.
Go Leafs.
But plus 195. If I call that, that'd be nuts, dude. I mean, I'll sprinkle on them for sure. I'd put more units on the over though.
Okay.
Because I think the Leafs play really aggressive, and the Panthers are still the Panthers. So I don't doubt that the Panthers can put some Genos away.
Yeah.
Some top Ched Genos away. I don't doubt that they can do that for sure. But I actually do really like that over. Also, the plus 1.5 is minus 135 for the Leafs. So if you're going to pay juice for anything, maybe that plus 1.5. But you also got to consider if they're down one, that empty net sucks.
Right.
Souls, dude. Those empty netters will ruin your day, man.
100%.
They'll ruin your day.
I should dagger.
Literally. All right. Self-proclaimed baseball guy and gal. Can you walk me through the baseball slate?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not great at betting baseball, but I've been kind of dialed. I'm just gonna wait till Jovan puts out his card, and then wait till somebody gets blown out, and then just thank Jovan for the other side. Wow, there's a huge slate on today. Surgical Stream back today too, by the way. Everybody in chat.
Let's go.
Lockman, that's just not true. Only these past 2 days have I been moose shit. And the lay lost by one leg yesterday.
What did he say?
Shut up. He's like, tailing Mike. Lose.
All right. We have 11.5 total in the Cubs game.
Yeah, what is that?
That starts at 120.
What is that?
Holy shit.
Dodgers minus 1.5 feels like an auto. Lockman said thanks for the Blues.
I mean, dude, is that not like an auto over?
What?
11.5?
No, we got it. We're playing that over. That's over the day.
What the heck?
Let's go over the day Cubs game.
Wrigley must be blowing today.
Over of the day Cubs game. Dodgers minus 1.5. Sign me up. Blowing hard. The wind's blowing hard.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Do we know if Logan Gilbert's going to be back this year ever? What the hell's going on?
From what I'm hearing, I don't think so.
What if I told you the Diamondbacks were minus 425?
Let me see that game.
Isn't that a system that Jovan has where you take
the
Rockies because they're plus 330?
I mean, we don't even know who the heck is the Rockies pitcher today.
I don't know.
Palmquist?
I have no idea.
Who is that? That's probably why.
Do you stick with the Red Hot Twins, or do you think they lose to the Brewers now because they played a moose shit Oriole franchise?
Joe Ryan on bump. Might be the Brewers.
I think so too, dude.
I think it's the Brewers.
I think so too.
Also, the whole Twins team got hurt yesterday. Did you see that?
I think
we lost like 4 guys.
I think we take a shot at the Brew Crew.
I think so too.
I think we take a shot at the Brew Crew here.
I was watching that game yesterday, and yeah, I think 3 different people left the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, they ran into each other in the outfield. Shout out.
It's crazy.
That's Rockies' top prospect. I think I'm going to sprinkle on the Rockies too, just in case.
Oh, it's a top prospect. Okay.
I wouldn't mind taking the Rays against the Marlins with Taj on the bump. Wow, Braves, Red Sox. That's a great game. Wow, there's some really great games on.
I mean, it's obviously the Rangers tonight. We own the Astros.
Okay.
Yeah, we're minus 200.
How are Goots and Krabs not going to stay through the weekend when we have the Goots Krabs Bowl? Orioles Nationals. That might be the most moose shit bowl of all time.
Krabs will be here.
Oh, he will be here.
Yeah, he's here until Sunday, I think.
All right, well, since Goots is a coward and left, we'll just nuke the Nationals.
There you go.
Mackenzie Gore, give me the Nationals.
There you go.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. Dude, I can't get enough of the Phillies. I'm going to take the -1.5 against Pirates. Pirates are freaking rat. Pirates are literally rat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is such a BTL day. I need to be dialed in. Let's go, Lockie.
Absolutely is.
Lockie, give me a home run hitter. Wheeler. Oh, do we take Bryce to go Yabo? What do we think? Bryce to go Yabs? Bryce to go Yabs? Lockie.
Dude, I think the Giants absolutely torque the A's today.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
The A's will steal one of these games. So you just got to pick your spot.
Yeah. I don't doubt that at all.
Casty had a baby today. Gotta be Casty.
Mm.
All right, should we go to prize picks real quick? Or do you want to do PODs first and then prize picks?
Yeah, let's do PODs.
What's your POD going to be today? I'm not going to POD the Knicks because I already tweeted about it. So I like putting something else on the graphic that people can tail. That's not just from my account. So it gives them a reason to follow the account. I'm going to go the Brewers. I'm going to fade the Twins.
I love that out of you.
I'm going to fade the Twins. Give me the Brew Crew. Chad Patrick. I guarantee he's moose. Chad Patrick. Give me the Brewers. Money line against the Twins.
Okay, I'm going to go kind of like the Rangers over.
Oh, after a 1-run day, I do like that out of you.
Yeah.
With Evaldi too? Does he toss Turk?
I mean, he should shove, but our bullpen. Hold on.
The Discord gang is eating shit. Yabo to Cabo.
Yeah, he might get torqued up a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that over.
Okay. I like. I'm also gonna let you guys know that I am in fact nuking Austin Matthews SOGs with Jalen Brunson points. Just, do your job. Do your job. POD Brewers, what's your POD?
The Rangers Astros over.
And then do you want to do over of the day, that 11 in the Cubs game?
All right. We have to.
Over the day, 11.5 in the Cubs game. All right, let's do some prize pickies.
Okay.
Let's pick some prizes, shall we? I will say, Lauren, something I've been doing that's kind of a system. We don't have to do it. We also do have to make our weekend lineup.
Okay.
Deuce McBride, Demon 1.5 threes, and we're at home is an absolute fucking wagon.
Okay.
So I will be doing that in a Demon lineup for sure. But I just want to chat to know that Deuce McBride, Demon 1.5 threes has been a wagon when we're at home in the playoffs. And I will be putting that in something. The one thing I did want to check out, though, is when I think about this Knicks game, dude, it's got to be OG and Brunson tonight. Like, if we're going to do anything, it has to be OG and Brunson tonight. So I don't hate OG fantasy tonight. The one score I did want to look at was Mikal Bridges 1.5 threes. I will be putting that in. He hasn't hit in the last 3. And he's up for a normal 1.5. He was up for a normal 1.5 last game. And he just went ice cold after making his first one. But he's going to take 5 or 6 threes. So I'm going to do Mikal Bridges 1.5 threes. Don't be afraid to put a Celtic. I don't mind. I don't take it personally. I will not be bitching. Because I do think there's definitely some value on the board for sure.
You like Bridges threes more than Deuce?
Yeah. Well, Deuce was a demon, so I don't really want to put a demon in like a lineup that we're going to take very seriously.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, Goots, give me a golf live bet, dude. Please. I would love that. How do we not just do something in this fucking...
The Cubs game?
Yeah, everyone's up for a goblin. PCA's up for 2.5 normal square.
Holy shit.
Kyle Tucker's up for 2.5 normal square.
Dude, do they have hits allowed for that game?
I might do Kyle Tucker 2.5.
Dude, Cade Horton 4.5 hits allowed. I don't know if the White Sox.
I'm gonna do Kyle Tucker 2.5 hits on RBIs.
Could be that easy.
Oh, you're taking Max home? Goods. Okay. Wow. Tala Mahmood. I love that. Soto, HRR, and Brunson 35 plus points. Soto's playing the Yankees today. How about it? Trey Turner, Lockey. All right.
He loves Trey Turner. Dude, I'm so in on Kyle Tucker.
I'm going to go Kyle Tucker and Mikal Bridges as my 2 squares. Let's do a 4-man.
Let me see Pete.
Don't be afraid to dial in. Don't be afraid to dial in.
Okay, I'm going to do...
Don't be afraid to dial in.
I'm stuck. Dude, they took it off again. Oh, no, they didn't.
What they
I'm
do?
stuck between Sears hits allowed or his earned runs, and I think I want to go earned runs. I think the Giants smack him around a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going
I like that.
Sears earned runs.
Mm-hmm.
Mikal Bridges 3s.
Okay.
Kyle Tucker hits runs RBIs. What else do we like? What's your last square?
Should we do another NBA?
We could, yeah. If you want to go to the Assoc.
I mean, do you just want to do it with Brunson?
We could. I mean, yeah. Bridges and Brunson could be an all-timer.
What about?
It's bomb. You want JPC's 2.5 earned runs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I was to take another square, I mean, dude, it's just so hard for me not to go Derek White 20 ball. Like, he's fucking unconscious right now.
I was looking at that. You don't want to root for that shit, man.
I really don't.
We're not doing that.
I really don't. I really don't. I mean, we could just do Brown, dude. We could just do Brunson 30.5 with Mikal Bridges 2 3s. That could be fucking ma.
Yeah, how does Brunson not have a 30 ball tonight?
I mean, he's gonna have a 30 ball for sure. He had 22 last night and fouled out in the 3rd quarter or 2 nights ago.
I mean,
you want to do Brunson?
Wait, let's Cat 20.5.
We could go to Cat. Dude, Cat's points has been at like 15. It's at 20.5 today.
Carl.
His fantasy is red as ma. First time chatters to Dimebacks -1.5.
What do you think?
Wow, Krabs said Tanner Bibby more than 2.5 earned runs allowed -140 on the books. I think we go Cat fantasy action. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Big prr.
Krabs, what do you think about JP Sears earned runs?
Yeah, Krabs, we're thinking JP Sears earned runs out of Lauren. What do you think there, brother?
I think that's so great. 39. Yeah, let's do that.
Tanner Bibby, though, could be a fucking play.
Yeah, let me look into that.
Oh my God, that chart is red as ma.
Let's see.
I kind of like our 4-piece, though. Do you want to just keep that and then we'll make a 6-piece?
It.
And then we'll make a 6-man for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, so we got Mikal Bridges 3s, Kyle Tucker hits runs RBIs, JP Sears earned runs, and Karl Anthony Towns fantasies. I like that. Can I place that?
Then place that.
That'll be our 4-man?
Yep.
All right, let's do our weekend 6-man.
All right.
Here we go. I'm going to dial in. I'm going to start it off.
Always sell these.
What?
I always sell these.
No, you don't. With that attitude. With that attitude, you might. I got news for you.
All right.
We need good, positive vibes out of you, okay?
Right. You're so right.
Can I just get some good, positive vibes out of you?
You can get that out of me.
Would love that out of you. I'm going to take Brennan Johnson on Tottenham, 1.5 shots.
Ooh,
this is going to be gross. My 3 squares are going to be freaking gross.
Wait, who? Johnson?
Yeah. Brennan Johnson, 1.5 shots. Or I might do Madueke Noni against. Oh, that's today at 2:15.
Dude, have they always had MLS on here?
Yep. Wait, its own category?
No, it's just squares.
No, I think they've had some MLS squares. Maybe not though. Maybe I'm capping out my ass. All right. The WNBA, they have preseason today, I believe, but I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. Although Paige Bueckers could be green as mom. We're getting so close to shut the fuck up, take the fever territory. It's not even funny.
Oh my God, dude. We have to put Caitlin Clark in here.
But it's preseason. I don't know if she's going to be playing.
No, I thought, is it not this weekend's the opener?
Oh, you're so right. She's playing the dirty Chicago Sky.
Yeah, no, that's the season opener. 21.5 points. I should not fucking sore over that.
Do we do 30 or do we go 36.5 PR? She just busts. Or P&A. Because now she's got Sophie Cunningham, who's got a strap.
Yeah, she has a strap.
30.5 points and assists. I love that.
Why don't they have her normal assist up?
They do, 9. Except for 9.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's red as ma. I would love to see her bust. Oh my God, this weekend, shut the fuck up, take the fever. Shut the fuck up, take the fever. We're doing it all year, so get used to it. Shut the fuck up, take the fever. How about that, huh?
Oh, it does start today.
Do me a favor, shut the fuck up, take the fever. Wait, chat, really quick. You want to play this weekend? Shut the fuck up, take the fever. That's all I got for you.
All right, so what are we doing? 30.5?
30.5 points and assists.
Okay.
Do you remember DJ Horn?
Oh, yeah.
He's playing today in the Bundesliga basketball.
No way.
Might have to fucking tap on his shit.
What's he up for?
14.5 points. He might be ma, dude.
Wow.
He might be ma. He might actually be ma. Wow, I'm actually dialing in right now, dude. You guys have no idea how deep I am in lab. For this weekend.
Yeah, I'm about to get my bag.
For this weekend play, dude. Look at Gooch just bitching. I'm just kidding. He's not
Dude,
bitching.
I think it's
He's bitching.
Paige assists.
Paige Bueckers? I'm down for that.
I don't think she's
so
going to come
down for
in
that.
like shooting all that much.
I'm so down for that, dude. My 3 square. I already have my 3 squares.
She can get 5 assists.
Jalen Brunson points. Caitlin Clark points and assists. Noni Madueke shots for Chelsea. So I just need you to give me 3. Paige Bueckers, you want to put that in there?
I sure do.
All right. Paige Bueckers assists.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Dude, 7.9 thousand people are on that. What the? Why are they so tapped?
Yeah, what the?
Oh, that's today at 6.
All right, I like Paige Bueckers assists. Dejani Carrington could also.
Mrs. Beckers. Okay, so that's 3. What was the other one you just said? The soccer?
Noni, Noni.
No.
Shots.
Okay. So we need 2 more.
How do you pronounce Paige Bueckers' names? Buckers?
Beckers.
Beckers?
Mm-hmm.
Bueckers.
Or just say Paige Bucket.
Yeah, Paige Bucket.
Okay, Noni.
It's regular season. All right, I got you, Michael Showers.
Okay,
I got you, brother.
Okay.
Thank you, Brody, for checking me when I need to be checked. What else you got for me? You could do some baseball again. We could put Krabs as Tanner Bibby.
No, I'm just so junk right now. Don't even get me started.
Do you want to put Krabs as Tanner Bibby in there? No?
I mean, sure.
You don't like
Probably
it?
better than what I could cook up.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll put it in there for Krabs.
Yeah, fuck it.
What else you got for the 6th?
Cincinnati.
Just get your fucking bag, dude. I'm tired of the lack of confidence. You know, put your fucking nuts on tape.
I honestly haven't seen green. I lied. That 3-piece we cooked on.
Yeah, dude, put your nuts on the tape and just fucking dial me in for one more square.
Dude, what's crazy is like I feel like I've been like dialed in. Like I've had some like really good reasoning. I've done really good research. It just doesn't play out. It's so annoying.
Dude, that's fine.
And when I was just like clicking buttons before, I couldn't miss.
That's gonna happen. But I need you to sack up.
Yeah, I'm gonna sack
and do your job.
I'm gonna sack up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sack
Sack
up.
the fuck up, dude. Could be Lawrence Butler fantasy. He hasn't done shit in 2 games.
I don't know what his deal is.
Fucking pooping down his leg is what he's
could
doing.
just be judge bases and call it a day.
Yeah, we did. We could, dude. We could keep it so simple, dude.
No.
I just need you
But
to
it could be like, that's always a square. I'm just like, why don't I take that every day?
You want to do that? Battle for the Bronx?
No. Kind of. Hold
All
on.
right, let's do it. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Pitching. Hold
You
on.
can give me whatever. Pause. Brunson is a fucking max tonight.
Let me see who's on bump.
It's Rooker after he sold the world last night. Ish.
McGill. Smack one.
We're so close. We're so close. When we're so close. You just need to dial me in.
Dude,
All
I
you
mean,
have to
chat,
do
like,
is
is it as
dial me
easy as
in.
just taking judge bases? I know that's so square, but like, that shit's just green.
You want to do it? Stop asking chat.
Well, I just want to see like their
I
thoughts.
want you to dial in.
But if that sells, I'm gonna feel like I mean, but who else would you rather have your coins on right now?
Well, Soto's back in the Yankee Stadium tonight.
Mm.
Bobby Witt's up for 2.5 after doing fucking shit all the last 2 games. Want to go Bobby Witt 2.5? He's up against Nick's Moose shit Cardinals. He's up for 2.5 normal. He hasn't even had he had 1 hit in the last 2 games. Want to do Bobbert, or you want to do Judgment? Judgment or Bobbert? Or Sode Bingus?
Dude, I could see. Do they have a Soto walk square up? That might be way too cute.
You're just
You
getting
walking?
so fucking cute.
I'm getting so cute.
You're getting
hold on.
1.5 walks demon.
Is Fetty pitching? Oh, Palante, dude, it might be Bobby.
All right, you want to do Bob?
But hold on.
Chat. Chat. I'm losing my gourd. My gourd is lost.
Palante
No way
about to
Nick just
shove.
spawned. We haven't lost a
What?
series since Nam. Palante about to shove. We're taking Bob.
You know damn well he's not about to shove, man.
We're taking Bob.
That's what I hate.
We're taking Bob.
Are we taking Bob or
We're
Judge?
taking Bob. Don't make me put my foot down.
Okay.
Either you put your foot down or I'm putting my foot down. Someone's foot's got to go down.
Yeah, I want your foot down.
All right, we're taking Bob.
All right.
Only because Nick just got in there and said, fucking Palante's going to shove, I bet.
All right. Do we do fantasy score? Because he could get a stolen bag because Wilson's cheeks.
All right, you want to do
He's
that?
not, no, he's not even the catcher anymore. Who's the freaking catcher now? Herrera?
You want to do that? Babo?
Yeah, let's do. You want to
He's
do
also
HRR or
moved.
fantasy?
Let's do
Because, dude, he could just hit a gag and we're done.
fantasies. Let's do fantasy.
Okay.
All right, here's the weekend 6-piece. Noni Madueke, shots on Chelsea, more than 2.5. Caitlin Clark, I can't believe I get to say that again, points and assists. Jalen Brunson points. Paige Bucher's assists. Tanner Bibby, ERA more than, and Bobbert Whittemus, fantasy. 25x, how's your mother?
All right, if you had to pick one square to sell.
What the fuck is
Okay,
that?
sorry, my bad.
What the
No,
fuck
you're right.
is
No,
that?
You're right.
What
No,
is
you're right.
that?
Dude, I'm just in a bad place right now, man. I don't know. I haven't seen green in years.
I'm gonna send you the
I'm
link.
sorry.
I'm gonna send you the link, and then can you put in the Twitch chat, please?
Yeah, I have the link. I could do it too. I'll just do
Alright.
it.
Nick said, "Can you send me your PP for tonight? For PP to put on the game for we build for the Knicks game. Do you want to cook my Knicks with me?
Yeah, dude.
Should we do a 4-man or a 2-man? I think we go Mikal Bridges threes,
Okay.
and I think we do.
Here you go, chat.
Do you want to do Brunson points with Mikal Bridges threes and then pick 2 Celtics, or do we want to do Mikal Bridges threes with just one other? Let's do 4.
You want to do 4?
Nikki Gambles, ain't nobody worried about you tonight, dude.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If you're going promo page, 2s, that's just not enough.
You want to do you want to do? All right, I'm gonna do Mikal Bridges. I'm gonna shock prize picks. You ready for this?
Yep.
Mikal Bridges threes, OG fantasy, OG fantasy.
Dude, 28. I mean, you should fucking
What?
OG. You should get that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree.
Dude, can we like hate watch or nah?
How about Jaylen Brown 6.5 threes attempted? I'm in a flow state right now.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm actually flow stating.
I'm not getting in the way of
Drew
this.
Holiday assists.
Oh my god, dude.
That's fucking smacking in the jaw. That's literally hitting in the jaw.
Dude, where did you just pull Drew Holiday assists from?
That's smacking in the jaw. That's smacking in the jaw. Chat, that's smacking in the jaw. Prize Picks is going to poop down their leg because I gave the community a winner. I literally just gave the community a fucking green bean. Holy shit, that's hitting in the jaw. I'm dropping 200 on that.
Yeah, I'm locking it in right now.
Chat, that's going to be on the page, brother.
Dude, where did you just pull a True Holiday? Nick, I got you. I'm sending it right now.
Chat, that's smacking in the fucking jaw.
Okay, you got it.
All right, wow, that brings us right to 11:24. Let's go.
Very good.
I
feel like we just got dialed in. Yeah,
I do too, dude. I feel like we just got fucking dialed, man. There will be no show Monday and Tuesday. I have to go home.
Oh, you do?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay.
I got the call. I have to go home, which
Okay.
is unfortunate. So we will have no show Monday and Tuesday. I apologize. I mean, if you and Josh want to sack up and do a little TMA, you guys are more than welcome.
But dude, you are TMA.
Yeah, but you guys could bust for like an hour.
Yeah, we could do.
Chat, how about this, huh?
Might do something.
Chat, how about that? I mean, would you just come on? Jay?
Y'all want me to sack up? I'll sack up if you want me to sack up.
You could so
I gotta talk to Josh,
you
but
could so sack up, man. All right, chat. Well, that'll bring us to the end of the episode. Everybody say thank you to Lauren, please. Please, everybody, say thank you to Lauren for coming on. She's gonna be on.
dude, gee, I was
every
not
episode
panicking,
now.
man. I just haven't seen green.
She's gonna be on pretty much every episode now. So you guys better be ready and excited for the new TMA that'll be debuting next week. Really excited about it.
Let's go.
All right, Lauren, you want to say goodbye to the people, and then I'll do what we do.
Yeah, peace, chat. It's a fun episode, I think.
I had a great time.
It's a lot of fun.
We talked about the Cecil Hotel, P. Diddy, and
It's so much got
the
accomplished.
Knicks.
Yeah, I hope you all have a great weekend, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Shout out. All right, here we go. Add you back to the stage. All right, are we unmuted, chat? Chat, are we unmuted now?
Audio's on the other computer. That's what Nick said.
Okay, good
Yeah,
stuff.
just keep me in here.
Okay, good stuff. We'll just keep Lauren in here. She's gonna have to awkwardly sit there while I do this. All right, chat. We end every episode with a little bit. I'm also not gonna fix the thing because I don't know how to fix the thing, so we're just gonna rock with this setup too. We end every episode with a little bit of Mikey Core. I just wanted to say, as we get close to the weekend, I think something I've been really trying to do in my personal life is just check in with myself. And that can be really difficult sometimes. And I don't think we do it enough. I think a lot of times we get to the weekend and we like to numb ourselves and we like to do things that might not be great for us. And I think that, don't get me wrong, I think that's good stuff. And I want you to have fun this weekend. Like I say every weekend, go do something that makes you happy. Go do something that makes you smile. Go get a couple beers with the boys. Go watch some games. Just go have fun, right? But also, just making your checking in with yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your mental health. If you need help, please go get it. I'm such an advocate now for therapy and mental health. And it's really important because I think, mental health is wealth. Because if you're not operating well, you're not going to treat the people around you well. You're not going to treat anything in your life correctly if your head is not in the right space. So if you're struggling with something, I please urge you to go get help. And I think just something I've been reminding myself too is that you're going to do it. You're going to be able to get through whatever you're going through. There's been some battles I've fought in my life that I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to get through this one, or things that I've been grieving in my personal life, the passing of my grandma and stuff, where it's like day by day, you're kind of like, man, I don't know if I can get through today. And you get through. And if I can get through, I know you can get through. So just do me a favor and just keep going. I know how easy it can feel to want to give up. I know how easy it can be to give up and just go, I'm not leaving my bed today. Or I'm just going to think the worst thoughts possible, and I'm just going to let this just ruin my day. I'm going to let it ruin my week. I'm going to let it ruin my month. I'm not going to be a good person to the people around me. I'm not going to treat the people I love around me very well. And I just urge you to not do that. I urge you to just keep going. I urge you to keep showing up. I urge you to check in on yourself and keep being a better person and keep showing up for the people around you and showing up for yourself, which I know can sometimes feel impossible. I love you. You even heard that today. I love you. Take one step forward with me. I know how hard it can be in life. Take a step forward. But if we attempt every day to take a step forward, we're going to be better people. And I think we've learned through doing this show that the strength and the power comes from just taking that attempt, not the result. So if you can just wake up this morning, no matter how you feel, get out of bed and attempt to take that step forward and treat the people nice around you and show up for yourself. Even sometimes you won't. There's going to be times in life where we take a step backwards, and that's going to happen. You've guys seen it happen with me multiple times on this show, and you'll see it multiple times again. But just know you're not alone in waking up and not feeling your best some days. And just know you're not alone in taking that step forward. Have a great weekend. Go do something that's fun. Go do something that makes you happy. Go do something that makes you laugh. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I can't stress enough how much it means that you take time out of your day to listen to us talk nonsense in the morning. And hopefully we made you laugh. Hopefully we made you smile. Hopefully we brought you a little bit of relief in the monotony of the day. And I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate everyone that shows up in the chat to chirp, to laugh, or to just be here. I really appreciate every single one of you. I know everyone's got real jobs, real responsibilities, and I appreciate you guys dedicating your time to us every single morning. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. Please, we got BTL coming up next, so just refresh the feed. And after that, Surgical Stream is back. Trent's back in the saddle. There's too many games on today. I better see some picks. I better see all you bots giving out the Celtics today, plus 2.5. I can't wait to see it. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here on Wednesday with me. We might have Monday, Tuesday episodes with Lauren and Josh. But I love you guys so much. We will see you here next week. Have a great, 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 great weekend. And that'll do it, folks. Happy Friday from the TMA team.